So thank you all for joining us for the evolution. This is a conversation on tonight that we're going to have an open discussion, a real, raw, and relevant conversation regarding the evolution of Boss Lady, the book, where I am committed to helping YOU birth it, build it, and become it. This is a 40-day devotional for the ambitious woman who is ready to lead and succeed. I am Dr. Kendra Davis, the author, and on tonight, my co-host and commentator, interviewer, and all of the above, Mr. Authentic Nelson is here to lead this discussion. So I will turn it over to you, sir. Hey, Tawana, good to see you on tonight. All right, so
Hey,
take it
Tawana.
away.
All right, so I think this is a perfect example of the book that we can reflect on right now. So, how do you
Right.
handle obstacles and manage them when you're faced with them? And how do you translate that over into someone developing into a boss lady?
Well, when stuff happens, we learn how to roll with the resistance. Stuff is going to happen, but you got to make a decision to keep it moving and have some resiliency on the inside of you. That if at first you don't succeed, try it again, figure it out. You got to keep moving. For
Right.
me, quitting is not an option. Absolutely not. Quitting is certainly not an option. So when you really tap into your superpower, tap into what you know you were born to be, a boss. When you tap into what you know that you have the capability of becoming, let me define boss lady for you. So these
Okay.
obstacles come up. But when you a boss lady, let me show you how you do this thing. A boss lady is a woman who's confident. In other words, we're not finna let the people see us sweat. We gonna show up. We're gonna do the best we can while we can with what we have. A boss lady is a woman who is purpose driven, a woman who leads with intention. We don't just haphazardly do stuff. We lead with intention. We utilize our influence, and we always make an impact. Come on, somebody.
Okay.
Boss ladies is not got anything to do with how many commas and zeros in your bank account. But what I will say is when you're a boss lady and you're confident and you lead with purpose and you lead your life with purpose, whether you lead in people or not. But when you utilize these three I's, intention, influence, you always make an impact. So as a boss lady, it's more about you owning your place. It's about you owning your space and realizing who you are and the impact that you leave in this world. So I see y'all on YouTube and on Facebook. Hey y'all. So when you're a boss lady, you don't wait for permission. You don't wait for permission, but you walk in your God given authority. You walk in purpose. You walk in your destiny. You set goals and achieve them. I like to describe myself as a gold digger. Now, I ain't talking about a GOLD, but a gold digger is a GOAL, that I set goals and I achieve them. And when I put my mind to something and I set a goal and I achieve it, it always has a way of producing the GOLD. It produces prosperity, it produces overflow. So, in other words, how I deal with obstacles, I tap into my authentic self as a boss lady. And I use
Okay.
confidence, I use
I
courage.
can
You
relate
know
to
what I'm
that.
saying?
Hmm.
Yes, yes. So as a boss lady, listen, sometimes we cry like a baby. Other times we fight like a girl. But when you a real boss, you get up and you decide I'm gonna change the world like a woman. Are you hearing me?
I don't know too many people that want to
So
fight a girl or a
cry
woman.
like a baby, fight like a girl. But as a boss, well, you better get up and change the world like a woman. Because boss ladies, we don't die, we multiply, baby. We get stronger. With time. Look at Sue Kim laughing. We get stronger. We keep showing up. We keep doing what we got to do. So hopefully that
So what
answered your question.
So what I will say is you're dropping a lot of gems, so the audience definitely should have a pen and a piece of paper out because they want to reflect back on some of these
Okay.
gems that you're actually dropping. What I will say though is what I'm getting is a feeling of unstoppableness. And within that unstoppableness, how do you view your abundance? Because you also touched on the spiritual as well.
Mhm. So I think abundance is a plethora of things. So having an abundance of knowledge, an abundance of peace, an abundance of joy, an abundance of love. So I think when I'm in alignment for my assignment, abundance just shows up, and I'm surrounded by abundance because I believe that abundance and prosperity, it doesn't follow me, it awaits my arrival. So when I get in that place and I get in that space and I occupy and I do what my hands have been charged to do, I have no choice but to see overflow and abundance flowing easily and effortlessly in my life because I'm in alignment. I'm doing what I was born to do. And again, money, prosperity,
Mhm.
overflow, and an abundance, it doesn't follow you, it awaits your arrival. So when I show up for me, I can expect abundance. When I show up and do the things that I've been assigned to do, I can expect abundance. Abundance doesn't show up the same way for everybody. So some people need an abundance of prosperity. They may need an abundance of joy, abundance of love, abundance of health and wholeness. But I want holistic abundance in every area of my life. That every window, every channel of my life, that there's abundance there. I don't want drought in no area of my life. So as a boss lady, being a boss lady, you're not defined by how much money you have in the bank account, because I think you can be a boss and maybe your finances is in transition and that your money is in motion. Your money is in transition from one place to the other. I mean, because that's what happens. But it
So quick,
doesn't mean, it doesn't define whether you're a boss or not. Go ahead.
quick question, Dr. Kendra, because we're talking about a lot of things. So, what do you feel about women and their financial stability? Separate bank accounts, no separate bank account. What is the structure of that for a boss lady as well?
Well, I think for a boss lady, you have to identify what works for you and your family, you and your husband, you and your spouse, significant other, or whatnot. So I'm not the one to tell people what they should do. But what I would say is being in despair, being in debt, being in a deficiency is not an option. And you can just choose. So I'm talking from my own experience. I had to make a decision to come out of agreement with the spirit of scarcity. So, yes, growing up in poverty, I had to make a decision to come out of agreement with the spirit of scarcity and begin to take ownership that abundance is my portion, that overflow and increase is mine, for the asking. So, coming out of that and changing my mindset, going from a poverty mindset, growing up in poverty, depending upon systems and parameters, I had to change my mind. And when I changed my mind, I was able to change my world.
Mhm.
So having a poverty mindset, I think it limits you, and it limits your ability to really tap into the overflow and abundance that's available for you. So I changed my mindset from being a poverty mindset to one of a prosperity mindset. And that shift required me being okay with having overflow. You know how some people, they rob Peter to pay Paul, and then you got money left over and you don't
Mhm.
know what to do with it. Well, I had some wonderful people in my life that began to show me what to do with it, how to make investments, how to save, and begin to plan for my future and putting myself in a position that, I can live in such a way to require no aid. That's Bible. I know I'm not here to preach this evening, but the scripture says that we can live in such a way that we can require no aid, and that I can spend my days in pleasure and my years in prosperity. And I want people to know and understand that it's okay to prosper. It's a wonderful thing to prosper. I asked God a long time ago to make me the man in Luke 6:38. Because the scripture says, given it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken
Mhm.
together, running over, shall men give into your bosom. Well, if God got to use somebody's bank account in order to use mine, if he got to use somebody's bank account in order to build this nonprofit organization, God, you can use mine. What would happen if we changed our mindset from the poverty mindset of I'm looking for a miracle, I'm expecting a blessing, I'm expecting a breakthrough? If you changed your mind to say, God, how can I be a blessing? How can I be the one to be the answer to somebody's prayer? Are you hearing me? Let me go ahead and pump my brakes because I ain't really supposed to be preaching and carrying on quoting scriptures. We just talking about the book.
So, so what I will say, based upon what you're speaking of, it's not just actually stating the words, but it's actually putting the work in, which is required.
Mhm. Yeah, and in this little book, It's a devotional, but I got some bonuses in here for you. Listen, right here, let me show you right here on page number. Uh, I'm talking about finances. So I give you a boss lady checklist. So since you asking me about finances, let me drop this on
Mhm.
y'all for free. So the boss lady financial checklist. Wealthy women change the world.
Oh, we lost you.
Lady
There we
moves.
go.
It's about building legacy. You don't have to wait until one day. Start today. So here's the principles. Number one, establish a boss mindset. A wealthy life starts in your thoughts before it hits your bank account. So you got to have a crystal clear financial vision, money goals. So we have goals for weight loss and goals we want to get married and booed up and all this stuff. Do you have goals for your money? Just a thought. Number two, a savings goal. So have you secured money in place, 3 to 6 months of savings? Do you have a plan that you save so much, you pay yourself, you pay your tithes? Number three, debt domination. Number four, about wealth building. This is all in Boss Lady. So yes, it's a devotional, but I give you a real checklist to hold you accountable so you can make boss lady moves. Building wealth. I'm talking about 401ks and IRAs and stocks and mutual funds. So listen, some of us we jumping out here buying stocks and bonds, but you don't have an emergency fund. So if something happened, you got to have a whole prayer meeting to get your car fixed. Come on, sis. Let's make some boss lady moves and make it make sense. Number five, having multiple streams of income. Listen, if God say he'll give us witty and creative ideas and the power to get wealth, boss lady, what you waiting on to get your portion? Witty and creative ideas. So this checklist again, get a boss lady mindset. Hey, Kia, get a savings goal, have a plan to dominate and to free yourself from debt, have a wealth building strategy, create multiple streams of income, have financial plans, a financial protection plan in place, and then of course make your giving and your and being generous. So you have a whole checklist to hold you accountable. So look, can I give them another little nugget, Nelson, from this
You
boss lady
you can
plan?
give them. Don't give
I
away
want
too
to.
much now. You heard me.
Okay, I ain't gonna give away too much. Yeah, but in
Good.
this book, I'm giving you some goals, some strategies, challenging you. So if you can't save $1,000, start with saving five. Start somewhere. Start where you are to get to where you want to be. Does that make sense? No more
It,
excuses, but expect to win.
so,
So that was a long answer to your question about
well, I mean,
abundance and what
I'm
I
supposed
think.
to be. I'm supposed to be interviewing you, so the
Yeah.
responses should be long enough and detailed. I'll jump in. So I want to say, how did you get to the three B's? Birth it, build it, become it.
Well, I honestly believe that many of us, men too, we're pregnant with purpose and we're pregnant with so much potential. But sometimes we need that spiritual midwife, that coach, somebody to help us to birth and to manifest the thing that is residing on the inside of us. Because for many of us, procrastination and stagnation is the enemy that robs you to the point that the graveyard is the richest place in the world. That there is so many people, they're lying there at state. However, they never birthed the book. They never birthed the business. They never birthed the idea. They never moved forward on it. So I'm just so full of faith to believe I can help somebody, holding you accountable, challenging you with the right questions, the accountability, so you can birth out that thing. You can build your dreams. So you can birth destiny. You can build legacy and you can become unstoppable. So the three B's came from me just simply believing. So I guess that's a fourth B. Me just simply believing that all things are possible. Because I'm one of those, if I get an idea or I get a download about something, if I
Uh
can
huh.
see, I believe it and I can achieve it. When I see it in my head, I believe I can get it in my hand. So when I see it, I just simply believe it and I go to work to birth it out. Like this book. Like Nelson, I started this book in like May and the
Mm-hmm.
book was printed and ready, in June. So I know that success like speed. and Dr. Sonia. I got that from Dr. Sonia Stribling, my mentor and coach. Success like speed. So when I got the whole birth it, build it, become it, I wanted to do something with it. And I really believe that the area of my greatest influence and affluence is with women. So, yes, men have been helped along the way by my life work, but I think my
Mhm.
greatest place of influence and affluence is with women, because it's women that show up, that are at these conferences. It's women that are watching the broadcast. It's women when I'm out in the community that often compliment me on the different the word that was released, if it was a speech that I gave. So in both the professional arena as well as in Christendom.
Okay. Okay. So, how does that affect your audiences when you have to maneuver between the male and the 1 to 5 males that may be in your audience? Because it seems like the numbers are reduced off of what we're just speaking about. How do you change that up when you're speaking to the male perspective or just the human being themselves?
Well, Nelson, you and I have had, several conversations, around this whole topic. So while
Mhm.
while I believe I have the greatest influence with women than any other group, because those are the ones that show up, but what I know for sure is that the message and the method, there is no difference between male or female. The
Well, there you
message
go.
and
You heard it right there.
so the message and the method. So many folks know that I have the privilege of working with individuals who are incarcerated, and
Mhm.
behind the walls, it's more men than women. So when I step in to do a group session, when I step in to speak to empower those men who are currently incarcerated, it's the same message and it's the same method. So I don't think that the message is just for one group of people. That just happens to be the group of people that I have the most influence and affluence with. But the method and the message, it remains the same. And I know that many men, their lives have been changed, and they have also been impacted, by this ministry.
So it sounds like in your maturity level, you confronted yourself, not just necessarily looking at yourself in the mirror, but taking responsibility for your life, putting it in your hands, knowing when to let go and let God. Of course, I know that is a strong saying of yours, but I want to know what makes you happy.
Well, life makes me happy. I love life. So I intentionally, there go that word again. I am intentional about how I spend my time. I'm intentional about how I invest my time. Because what I know for sure, if you don't protect your time and protect your peace, other people will waste it and will use it up for you. So how I just balance all of this out is that I travel. I love comedy shows. I get up and I exercise with a magnificent tribe of women at Transform Her. So I put myself first. So before I can be of help to anybody, I've got to help myself first. So I start my day with me and God, that time. So most folks know before I leave this house, I'm writing, I'm journaling. I need to be able to hear from God before I hear from anybody else. I need to be able to have my own quiet time. And I don't be wanting to talk to people, before I have my time, you know,
You don't want to
that,
talk to anybody?
no, I mean, I talk to you in a little bit, but I want to be able to have my time. And I think it's important, if you're going to be a boss in any industry, if you're going to be a leader in any industry, you have to have time to check in with self. And if I'm going to be able to relate to anyone, I've got to know how to relate to myself. Some of us get so busy running here and there and everywhere, and you're not paying attention that your body is giving you signals that something is off. And so when I'm dialed in, before I can get dialed in to connect with another human being, I got to make sure I'm dialed in with myself and being able to pay attention to what spirit is saying to me, paying attention to what is coming to me. So part of my day, when I'm writing and I'm journaling and I'm doing my gratitude list, that's pouring back into me and I'm listening. I love silence. folks to know I can ride in the car in silence. They're like, well, why don't you turn the radio on? Well, I was preoccupied with my own thoughts and having a wonderful conversation, planning things and thinking of stuff.
Hmm.
So I take care of myself with exercise. I'm intentional about what I eat. I see food as fuel and not just a treat. Those who know me know that I've gone up and down, with my weight, and I have weight has been a struggle for me all of my life. And understanding, again, checking in with my relationship with food and being able to release excess pounds and inches. So I have to be very intentional about what I'm eating. Is this the right fuel that my body needs in order to complete my assignment? So I'm intentional about taking care of myself. I'm intentional about having fun. I'm also very intentional about my circle. I think everybody needs a circle of friends, a safe place in order for you to just be transparent. I don't have to be Dr. Kendra. I don't have to be any of those titles. I can be just Kendra, and I can cut up and I can laugh and just have a good time. Folks say I should have been a comedian, but nevertheless, I get to have that time that I get to be just Kendra. And, I have to have a place for my heart to land, that I can be transparent. And part of taking care of me, I have to consider who's in my circle, and I have to protect my peace. So, not that they're enemies, but I have to know when an individual's part in my story is over, and know that if it no longer serves me, when to stop serving it. Because anything today, Nelson, that disrupts my peace and interrupts my productivity, it's got to go. Because what I know is that this isn't just about me, it's bigger than me. Boss Lady has turned into a movement because it's bigger than me. That as others see me go, they're inspired. When others are seeing me winning, they're inspired. This is bigger than me. So I didn't got a little stirred up, but I'll just stop there. But I'll say
Well,
this:
good.
I was born.
We want to get you stirred
Yeah,
up.
yeah. So I believe that we were born to lead and we were born to do so much more. And it's great things on the inside of us. And we just need, sometimes we need that midwife, somebody that's gonna hold your legs in the stirrups and tell you to push, to hold your legs in the stirrups. And when you feel like you're gonna suffocate, say, girl, go on and breathe. Because what's in you is needed and necessary. That somebody is waiting. I don't know who I'm talking to tonight, but somebody waiting for your book. They waiting for your business. It's not just for some of us, but it's for all of us. All of us have gifts, we have talents, we have purpose, we have destiny. But some of us, we waiting for somebody else to give us permission. Can I take you off of mute today and let you know that the little girl in you is waiting for this opportunity to just evolve into the boss lady? Are you hearing me? Freedom looks good on you. And look, it's a freeing thing when you can just be, just be.
So
Because who I am
I'm gonna,
today,
I'm gonna, I'm gonna jump in right there. Want to say hi back to Seattle. Looks like Wendy. Thanks for joining us. I just saw that hi out there real quick. So
hi.
I need to give the ladies or the people that are on the call and that will be listening in the future, give them two reasons why they should invest in themselves in purchasing Boss Lady.
Well, what I know about education, so education and training has been one of those things that has shifted my life completely. And it hasn't always been formal education, but education like buying books. They used to say if you put it in a book, certain people ain't gonna read it.
Mm-hmm.
Boss Lady is like your mentorship in a book form. So every day I'm giving you simple but profound tools. So why should you invest in Boss Lady the book? Is because I'm giving you play by play. You're looking at somebody. I started at the bottom, now I'm here. I've not
Mm-hmm.
always owned my boss lady position and posture, but I had to connect with other people and things. So, Boss Lady is that book. It's a 40-day devotional for ambitious women who are ready to move forward. So, for 40 days, I encourage you, I empower you with scriptures. I give you a soul stirring devotion. I'm giving you an affirmation, a different affirmation every day. And I'm giving you an action step, giving you strategies. So they're very short. So I'm giving you a strategy for you to. I just blinked out.
You're back. Go for it.
Okay. So I give you simple things. So for some individuals, they may not ever be able to pay the fee that I pay for the type of coaching that I get, or they may not have the resources, but you can get a copy of Boss Lady. That this is start somewhere. So if you can't start with executive coaching and you can't start with going to all the mega conferences, what I believe, and I believe that Boss Lady isn't just a good idea, but Boss Lady is a God idea. Because I didn't just pick this, out of the clear blue sky, but this was a download, something that was airdropped in my spirit to give women hope. And y'all know I tested it out. I was holding folks like Sue Kim hostage on the phone, like, "What you think about this?" And they was like, "Oh yeah." And I didn't read stuff to Nelson, wearing him out, So this is a God thing. So yes, investing in yourself always pays. I'm not a gambling woman. So, I'm not one to buy, no shade for anybody that is. I'm gonna mind my business, but I'm not a gambling woman. But what I know for sure is if I bet on Kendra, I always win. So when I invest in myself, when I put my money where my mouth is, and I invest in coaching, I invest in training, I invest in education, the dividends are always bigger than the investment. Are you hearing me? So if it's investing in a book, if it's an investing in a program, if it's an investing in a conference, it always brings back dividends. So my first reason for you to do this is because you deserve it.
There you
And it's
go.
because it's something on the inside of you that you ready. You ready for something new. Abundance and prosperity and overflow has been kicking on the inside of you and saying, when is it going to be my time? And when is it going to be my turn? It's got to be more to life than this. So you prayed for this. I believe everything in your life, it shows up by energetic invitation. So you watching this broadcast is not just because, it's me, but it's because I have something that you need. And this book, Boss Lady, it may be your passport for you to get from here to there. You've been waiting for something, wanting something. So I'm going to challenge you to bet on yourself, to invest in yourself. It's a small investment, but I promise you the dividends is out of this world. The outcomes is out of this world. I'm gonna just take a step of faith out here. There is no way that you can be in my sphere of influence. And I tell my friends this, there is absolutely no way you can be in my sphere of influence and your life not change because you catch what you're close to. Are you hearing me? They say birds of a feather flock together. So I'm going to step out on faith and just say there is absolutely no way that you can purchase a book like Boss Lady, that you can be connected to me, that you're sitting, you're listening, you're being engaged, and you not see the outcomes and the dividends. It don't work like that because the word ain't going to return void. Again, I told you this ain't a good idea. This is a God idea to help you to birth something, to build something and become something because you already something else. Listen, if they don't like you now, baby, they ain't gonna be able to stand you after you really birthed it, build it, and become it. I'm just saying. But other people's opinion of you is none of your business. Are you hearing me? So
Mhm.
once you get free and you begin to own your seat, I'm telling you, something supernatural always happens when you tap into alignment and you get true to yourself about what it is that you've been assigned to do. Make sense?
It does.
All right.
So, as we kind of
Yes.
wind down a little bit, I do want to say this. Do you want to mention about what energy invites to the group?
What energy invites to the group?
Mhm.
So what do you mean?
What
Ask me
your
again a different way.
what your energy normally invites on a daily basis? What does your energy do?
I'm an accelerator. Are you hearing me? Not
Mhm.
only am I accelerator, but I'm a disruptor.
Okay.
I'm a disruptor, meaning I have the capacity. It's just who I am. Who I am because I believe in operating in a spirit of excellence. It disrupts people who get comfortable with mediocrity. Who I am as a person when I show up, my conversation is probably going to disrupt you out of your comfort zone. It's probably going to disrupt you from being stuck in procrastination. But the truth of the matter is, many of us, because I got some disruptors and some accelerators in my life, that they
Mhm.
disrupted me out of that place of being in my comfort zone. It was disruptors that helped me to get rid of a poverty mentality and to take on an abundance mentality. It was disruptors. So I can go on and on about that. But to answer your question, because I'm reeling myself back in,
Uh-huh.
my energy, let me say it like this: my presence brings peace, and my
Okay.
words carry weight. Is that
Hmm.
simple enough? My presence brings peace, and my words carry weight. I'm a woman that I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. And ever since I was a child, when I speak, people listen because my presence brings peace, and my words carry weight. So whether I'm coaching you, whether I'm ministering to you, whether I'm praying for you, my words carry weight. So that's what my energy brings. And of course, I'm excited. I'm all full of energy, excitement. And what I know, I have the capacity, it's the mantle that's on my life to help accelerate you. So if you've been stuck writing this book for months and months and months, I can call some people's name and say, am I not an accelerator? If you
Yeah.
have a business, am I not an accelerator to help you to get to your expected end quicker, sooner, and faster? So yes, you can get far by yourself. You can get far by yourself and fast by yourself. But when you come together, you can have more better outcomes. So there's safety in a multitude of counsel, and we all need somebody. So folks will say, I wish I could take a piece of you home with me. You can. Boss Lady is available, sugar. Go to www.drkendra.org and get your copy. And then also, can I tell them about the masterclass now?
Yes, please.
So I am launching a free masterclass. So the Boss Lady Masterclass is free. So it doesn't cost you anything. Again, I'm just one of those, I'm a giver. I'm a giver by nature. And when I learn something, I want to give it and I want to be able to sow it into some folks' lives. And what I'm inclined to do is just to offer it free. And I have done that, just to offer it free of charge. So this is going to be held on Wednesdays at 12 noon. So this is your lunch and learn opportunity. You can register for the masterclass. It's absolutely free. So all you got to do is register. The information is coming across the screen even now where you can get the book if you would like. You can also register for the masterclass that you can have some one-on-one conversation in a group setting. So this masterclass is held on Zoom. So that's what I'm offering. And I'm giving of myself so that somebody else can live better. I'm giving of that which I have paid for with thousands and thousands of dollars through coaching that I've learned and have applied and got back dividends in my life. I want to be able to help somebody else. There's an old saying that says, if I can help somebody along the way, then my living has not been in vain. Nelson, I am so committed to living full and dying empty that when the time comes for me to transition from this life, people will be able to say that girl loved life and she loved it and she lived her life like it was golden. She wore the wheels off of her life. If she could think it, if she could dream it, she would create it. So that's what I'm offering is myself a masterclass for 1 hour every week on Wednesdays. The way to register is there. The book is available. So again, I give you these long answers and you just
And
listen so attentively.
the book is on your website.
Yes. Yes, the book is on the website, and I will be at the Triad Minority and Business Women Expo on this Saturday. So in Winston-Salem. So if you want to order your copy online, you can. If you want to take a chance and come to the Business Expo, you can grab your copy in person. Sue Kim and I, Sue Kim is my assistant, will be there to greet you all. We can take some pictures, take some selfies, and some Ussy. So I'm launching virtually here. I'm also launching at the business event on Saturday. And I have an upcoming women's retreat that I am also launching the book there as well.
So could you tell us, just recap your media connection sources for everyone? How do they connect with you on Facebook and so on and so forth?
Okay, thank you. So you can follow me on Facebook at Dr. Kendra. So I am Dr. Kendra on Facebook. I am Dr. Kendra on Instagram, and I am Dr. Kendra on TikTok. So you can follow me on those social media platforms, and to connect with any of the resources that I offer, you just go to drkendra.org to get any of that information.
Okay. Well, I'm supercharged. Is there anything else you want to offer to the group, the audience?
I don't know. Do you all have any questions? Any questions? I see Kia said you are an excellent accelerator. Come on, Kia, and testify. So, Kia, I worked with Kia for quite some time. So I'm grateful for your love and for your support on tonight. So, any questions from you all? We've lost Nelson in transition, but so any questions from you all. So if it's questions about the book, questions about the masterclass, feel free to ask. I'm here to serve. So I'm here to serve and here to help in whatever way that I can. So Crystalline says, thank you for sharing your gifts with us. God bless you. Thank you so much. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so why don't I? So until we get Nelson back, so why don't I share with you all a glimpse? Would y'all like that? A glimpse from the book. So somebody put a number in the chat. So any number between 1 and 40, and I'll read that particular day. 1 and 40. So while you all are deciding which day you all want to hear, I'll read day 21. I am the answer to somebody's prayer. Scripture, Matthew 5 and 14. You are the light of the world, a town built on a hill that cannot be hidden. Dear boss lady, you are not random. You are a revelation of God's goodness in someone else's life. Your obedience, your testimony, your yes, they all matter. Someone is waiting on you to write your book, to launch your business, to teach your class, or simply show up. You are not just gifted, you are graced to be the answer. Your daily boss move. Ask God who needs your light today. Send an encouraging message or offer help without being asked. Your affirmation for today. I am the answer to someone's prayer. My obedience unlocks breakthrough. Your prayer for today. God, thank you for trusting me to be a vessel of light and love. Help me to show up boldly, knowing that my gifts and my voice matter. Use me to be the answer. Somebody's waiting. Somebody's waiting. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, looks like we have Nelson coming back with us. So, Nelson, I started giving the folks an opportunity to choose a day. So choose a day. Okay. Kia said 1. All right. So Kia said 1. So day number 1. I am becoming the boss lady God created me to be. Being confident of this very thing, he that has begun a good work in you will complete it unto the day of Jesus Christ. Dear boss lady, let me say this loud and clear. You are not behind. You are in process, and that's powerful. Becoming a boss lady God created you to be means acknowledging your strength, facing your fears, and giving yourself permission to grow. You don't need to wait for a title or someone's validation. You've already been appointed by God. You may not feel bossed up every day, but trust the process. You're becoming boldly, beautifully, and by God's divine design. So keep pressing, keep showing up, keep declaring that you are her, because guess what? You already are. So now let's go forth and birth, build, and become. Here's your daily boss move. Write down 3 traits that make you a boss lady today. Not who you're becoming, but who you already are. Own them, say them out loud, put them on your mirror, and here's your affirmation. I am becoming the boss lady God created me to be. Can you just type that in the chat? I am becoming, and just put your hand over your chest like you being deputized into some level of military. I am becoming
I am
the
becoming.
boss lady, not you, Nelson.
Oh,
I
okay.
am becoming the just say the boss for you, sir. Don't
Okay. All right. All right.
decree nothing else now. I am becoming the
I'm becoming
boss that
the
that
boss.
God created me to be because you have the power to do just that. So I got a few more numbers in the chat, but I know Nelson, you were like, don't give it all away. So,
I, I give you two more pages.
so
Would that
two more.
cover everybody? Two more pages.
So we got number 7. Kia said number 1. We got number 7, and then we got 17 and 25.
And we need to do Cooley, King, and Sue Kim. Is that right?
I'm gonna
Yes.
let you.
We got to get everybody. We can't leave someone off.
Okay. So Cooley said number 6. I am a visionary with divine strategy. Write the vision and make it on tablets that he may run who reads it. Dear boss lady, there's a vision within you that refuses to die. That's not coincidence, it's divine. God placed that dream inside of you and he will give you the strategy to bring it to life. Ain't that good? God put that dream inside of you and he will give you the strategy to bring it to life. Don't just dream, document it. Put pen to paper and make that vision plain. Strategy turns dreams into reality. Today, become intentional. You are a visionary and a master builder. Your boss move for today. Take 15 minutes to write your vision for the next 6 months. Include spiritual, financial, personal, and professional. And then there's a prayer, and then there's your daily affirmation.
So I have a
All
quick
right.
statement before you move to the
Yes.
next person. So are you a believer in vision boards and things of that nature?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
I love a vision board. Vision boards helps me to keep record of what it is that I was believing for. So recently I went back to pull out a vision board of something that I wanted. And I believe in being specific. I mean, be specific, child. What color you want it, how tall. I mean, the whole kit and the caboodle, baby. Listen, be specific. And so I do vision boards. I do dream boards, whatever you want to call it, and I look at it often. I put it in a place that I can see it, and it reminds me of what it is that I want, that I desire. And
Do
no
you,
good
do
thing
you
is
kind
being
of
withheld from me.
so do you kind of like put it in that spot, and when you walk out every day, you tap it on the way out? Is that a good idea? Or, just connect with it.
Well, I ain't tapping it, but I think about it. And this I recall to mind, and therefore I have hope. Because I've documented the vision. It gives me hope. Because some days we don't feel like we bossing. Some days you don't feel like you manifesting. But when I go back and I sit with that vision board and I sit and I reflect on what was I thinking, what was the headspace in that moment that I identified that this is what I wanted and why did I want that particular thing. It stirs me up. I don't wait for a cheerleader to stir me up. I can stir my own self up and preach myself a good sermon and run through the house and shout and carry on. So by the time I get to wherever I'm going, I'm already charged up. Why? Because I
Got
got vision.
it.
I
Okay.
got vision and I put it in pictures so I can dream out loud and I can hold myself accountable to that thing.
Okay. All right. Who's our next?
Yeah.
What's the next number?
13. So Kristen, here's yours. I am healing and whole. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Dear boss lady, you can be healing and still holy. You can be wounded and still walking. But here's the truth: God desires you whole. Your healing is not just about what happened to you, but what's happening in you. Let go of the shame and open your heart to restoration. Healing isn't weakness, it's strength on display. Your daily boss move. Write a letter to your younger self or wounded self. Speak healing, love, and truth into her life. Hey, Mia. That's Mia from Instagram. Hey.
All
Yeah.
right. So
So,
I'm gonna.
Authentic Nelson, that was some of your people.
Yeah, yeah. It's a community, right?
Okay.
So I want to
It
say this.
is.
Before we move on to our next number, be ashamed of nothing. Own what has happened, heal from it, and move on to the next chapter or season of your life. Whatever has been done to you, whatever you did to yourself, because we must recognize that role as well, because this is a huge piece of what becoming a boss lady is about. You own it and you build from it. Don't hide. All right.
Yeah,
What's your next
that's
number?
good stuff. The next number we did one. Crystal and put two in there, so we didn't read 13. Uh, Look, we got more numbers that showed up. So 17. I deserve rest, not just results. So this is you, Shamika Lewis. I deserve rest, not just results. Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Dear boss lady, productivity is not productivity is not your identity. Your worth, you're worthy of rest, not just applause. Let me say it again. Productivity is not your identity. You are worthy of rest, not just applause. The grind doesn't define you, God's grace does. The grind doesn't define you, but God's grace does. Because sometimes we feel like the more we do, we got to keep doing, keep doing, keep doing, as if that defines us, and it doesn't define us. God, God's grace defines us, not that grind. All right. You don't have to earn rest, it's a divine gift. Protect your peace. Pause, breathe, restore, rest. Rest isn't weak, it's warfare. Your daily boss move. Schedule intentionally rest today, even if it's for 15 minutes to just be still, and don't apologize for it because you deserve rest, not just results.
All right. So that's all the gems I'm gonna let you give away. Did we get everyone?
No, Sue Kim is there for number 25. So is she gonna be last?
Sue Kim,
25.
we got everyone. Sue Kim will be last if we don't have any. Yes, go for that. Sue Kim.
Okay, I'm looking through the chat. So 25. Oh, what a great way to close out these segments, these nuggets from Boss Lady. But you know I like them all. 20 on the 25th day, I am blessed to be a blessing. I will bless you and you will be a blessing. Dear boss lady, you're not just blessed for yourself, you are blessed on purpose for purpose. God's favor on your life is meant to overflow into the lives of others. Whether it's your wisdom, your wealth, your words, or your work, you carry something that someone else needs. Being a blessing isn't always about big gestures. Sometimes it's your encouragement, it's your example, it's your obedience that opens the door for someone else. So don't hold back, show up and pour out. There's a woman watching you, a woman inspired by you, and being elevated through your example. You are the answer to someone's prayer. You are the evidence of God's faithfulness. You are the blessing. Today, your boss move, identify one person you can bless this week through prayer, through mentorship, a gift, or simply your presence, and do it intentionally and joyfully because you are blessed to be a blessing. So, with that being said, Nelson, you can get me later. Will you take a moment? You're such a prolific author and prolific poet and the like. Will you take a moment and just impart and to share something to be a blessing to this group of ladies, this group of viewers on today? What's in your heart and in your spirit? I know you dialed in and it's a lot of things that's probably been dancing around in your heart, but you're saying, no, Dr. K, it's this is your thing, but you are such a blessing. um you know I've been able to learn so much, from you, being my accountability partner, being my business partner, and I just think you're such a gift to the world, and the world should be your platform And so, we're in this thing together. Like we say, we locked in and we're
Like,
in this thing together. And you've been here since day one when Boss Lady was just an idea. You was there and you've been that encouragement, pushing me, motivating me, encouraging me, giving me all these ideas to do this and to do that. So the way that you have encouraged me, would you be so kind to encourage, to impart your wisdoms, a few of your nuggets into this audience today, please? And thank you.
I give you one solid nugget. How about that?
Okay.
I would impress upon you to take the time. It's almost the end of the year. I technically start my year off in October. I don't necessarily believe in the traditional way of New Year's Eve and things of that nature. But what I will say to you is take the rest of the year, really look at how your life is transitioned in 2025. Get all of that, or as much as that is possible, sealed up. Because rolling into 2026, you're on your boss lady movement. And a part of the boss lady brand is you take care of the past for your present so you can embrace your future. I'll repeat that. A part of the brand is you take care of your past for your present so that you may receive your future. Everything about this world is yours. Be selfishly unselfish. Know when to stop something. You can always turn around when you need to. You can always revisit someone or not. Because life is about you and your abundance and you pushing forward. Learn how to help yourself so that you may assist others. And that's what I have to say.
Awesome, awesome. Listen, this is the incomparable, the amazing Nelson, Authentic Nelson. You can follow him on Instagram as well as TikTok. He has another book that's going to be coming out really, really soon. You want to tell the people about your book,
So I
Nelson?
have a book
Look,
that's
this is
coming
what we do.
out.
We share and we help each other. This is what we do.
So I
Go
have a
ahead.
book that's coming out really soon. The acronym is AYA, AYA. Definitely look that up later on, but it stands for Authentic You Achievement. Achieving the most authentic you. And see, that's Dr. Kendra. She's throwing it in. She's gonna make me give a second gem away. I see you. I see you. We're gonna talk about that in one of our meetings. But definitely, my life over time is about figuring out how I can become the most authentic person. I can put away being honest. I can put away being genuine. I only want to speak with the Creator, which that's what I refer to God as, and there's nothing wrong with that. You have to be you. You have to connect into what makes you happy. What makes me happy is writing. What makes me happy is speaking to people. What makes me even happier is seeing people smile at achieving themselves. So be on the lookout. We'll do another interview session. We'll reverse the roles in this particular case. But I do also want to say I want to thank everyone for their patience in the beginning. It was definitely not us. It was technical difficulty with the system, and we'll get all that hashed out in the time to come. So thank you all for listening to me, and thank you, Dr. Kendra, for having me today.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you so much. All right. So again, grab your copies. So if not if, grab your copies. I know you are excited right about now and you are ready to make a move. You are ready, you are fired up, and you're saying, I need my copy of Boss Lady. Go to drkendra.org to grab your copy of Boss Lady. And don't forget to go ahead and sign up for the free masterclass. Listen, you don't want to miss this masterclass. Every Wednesday, the masterclass starts September 3rd. So, I did it in lunchtime while we working on our job.
I don't know if y'all can still hear me, but we're gonna say,
Order your
okay, we got you back. Go ahead.
book. Go ahead and sign up. Go ahead and sign up for the free masterclass. So if all hearts and minds are clear and there are no other questions, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Click like, click share, invite somebody to watch the replay. If they couldn't watch it live, invite them to watch the replay. Thank you all for tuning in via Facebook and those who are tuned in on YouTube. We appreciate you. Those from Instagram, those who are on from TikTok, we appreciate you. So we have followers and fans and customers and family with the two of us. Our influence and affluence continues to reach the masses. And for that, we are grateful. So if nothing else,
Hey,
anything
Dr.
else?
Kendra, Dr.
Yes,
Kendra.
yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate
Thanks.
everyone. Thank y'all.
All right, bye bye.